Welcome to Deep Thought. The best education. The best education. Now, the best education you can get is quite simply the education you give yourself. You know? And Carter G. Woodson, who is the founder of, first it was Black History Week, and then it became Black History Month. He had said a man can get two educations, one that's given to him and then one that he does himself. And I would say that's in general, and that's for any person, regardless of race, ethnic group, creed, religion, whatever. You know, you want to really teach yourself. That's the best education. Because unfortunately, the education that's given to people is really an education not really teaching them anything of any use. It's really propaganda. You know, it's really propaganda. When I look back at a lot of the stuff that I learned in school, a lot of it was propaganda. Now, I do like some of the things I learned in high school, because some of the teachers, you know, they actually taught us how to think about some things. But let's just be real. Most of what you learn in college, well, no, not college, but rather grade school, high school, and indeed in some colleges is propaganda. They want good worker bees. They not teaching you anything of any substance. They teaching you like some history, and that history can be biased. They teaching you how to behave in a certain way, but they're not really teaching you anything of any good, especially when you're talking about your particular mission. See, you can have that, and you know, you can have an argument for that, but it's not teaching you anything. The best education is what you get yourself. The best education is when you grab the books. The best education is when you say, you know what, you want to learn this, and you make a choice to learn it, especially if you're trying to learn it to help in whatever your path is in life. That's the best education, is whatever you can give yourself. One of the greatest things a man can have is a library card. A library card, that is powerful. You know, I had told a story a couple of times when this guy, he had a business and he had to do taxes for the business, and it wasn't like regular taxes. He literally went to the library, found a book, and was able to do those taxes. Because it was some complicated business. He didn't go to anybody. In fact, I remember I had a challenge on my IG about library cards. That's powerful. Think about it. With a library card, you can learn anything. You can go to any library in your jurisdiction. You can learn whatever. All you have to do is just go, get the books, and boom. You know? That's all you have to do. And you're teaching yourself. You're not learning what someone else wants you to learn. See, a lot of times when somebody else is teaching you something, they're teaching you their propaganda. Or if they're not teaching you their propaganda, they're teaching you their ideas. And that can be good if you want to get an idea of what they're thinking about. But you also want to get an idea of what you want to think about. Remember what I always say on here. And I'm going to say it in the next video too, especially in the next video, but I'm going to say it right now. Everything I tell you, check it out for yourself. Educate yourself on everything I'm telling you. And if you're not interested, you know what? That's cool too. You're not interested. Look, every man and woman needs to figure out what they want to do. And they need to educate themselves in that endeavor. It could be the mating habits of ants. Now somebody might say, what good is that? But somebody has an interest in ants for some reason. But that might be something in order to help somebody keep their house from being infested by ants, you know? Or it could just be learning something. You know, let me talk about that ants thing. Let me just use that as an example. One time I saw something on one of those nature channels, and they had put like, oh, they had poured some concrete on this ant village and then dug it out and everything. It was very complex. It was very complex. Now me or you might not be interested in that, but it told somebody else some other things. You know, whatever. You know, you might want to learn how to cook a certain thing. You educate yourself in that, you know? You might want to learn about different subcultures. You know, I have a big interest in it, you know? I read a lot of books. Whenever I come across a book or a magazine article or even see a video or something talking about that, I have a big interest. I'm educating myself. You know, even though I've talked about several times maybe going back to school and learning that, getting a formal education, I could probably tell you a lot of stuff now because of my self-education. And it's the best education because then I'm learning at my own speed. I'm learning what I want to learn. And see, that's how you have to look at education. You know, it's what you're teaching yourself, is what you're learning, is what you're learning for your own life. In fact, a lot of people really learn best when they're doing something that's really affecting their life. They don't need to know everything. Heck, I don't remember. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't remember. Like I said, we had a lot of classes in high school where we had teachers who taught us to think, but I'm gonna be real with you. I don't remember a lot of stuff because it was irrelevant to what I'm doing now. There were a lot of classes, even in college, I was taking, and it's irrelevant to what I'm doing now. See, one of the best things for education and what you teach yourself is relevant to whatever you're doing, whatever your path is, wherever you want to go. That's the education you want. You want it to be relevant to your life, whether it's relevant to however you make money or you just want to know it. That's relevant. You want to know it. You're interested in it. You know, it's helping you in a way, you know, it's helping you. Like I use the example again of my interest in subcultures and communities. It's helping me in many ways. It's not just something, oh, I just want to do it. It's helping me. It's giving me an understanding of many things. And it's helping me with my plans of global domination. Yeah, one day somebody gonna take me seriously, but that's the best education. You need to know it. I know a lot about economics because I had to learn it because I had to make money. I had to figure it out. I first started figuring out economics back when I had a book stand. On one of my 1,000 jobs, I had a book stand. Shoot, I had to figure out economics because I had to figure out, okay, how are people going to buy my books? You know, I started paying attention then. I had to educate myself on it. It was like, oh, okay. Yeah, you know, it was basically, y'all see me, brother likes to eat. So I had to figure out how to eat. So that was the education, but I never took an economics course in any of my formal education. Not one economics course. Yet I could probably have a good discussion with somebody on economics. So that's the important thing. The best education is always what you give yourself. That's important, all right? And I want y'all to think about that. All right? And anyway, I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.